staying grounded and moving forward requires strength, both figuratively, literally. How do you exude strength when a lot of times things are out of your control?
Well, firefighters want to be in control all the time. And we also have to recognize that being in control all the time causes us a lot of stress. When I think about that exuding strength and in a consistent manner, I think about resiliency, and I think about how the repetitiveness of our jobs really can take a toll on us and how we have to balance that out.
How do you maintain that consistency in your approach to your work?
The word that comes to mind right off the bat is discipline. Having a practice that grounds us back to that central focus, that we have choices in how we approach a situation, whether we want to be in control or we want to take that control off and be able to relax, just that give and take.
I love that you said that. It beautifully ties into a movement practice. I say the focus of any functional task always has to be on the core. The core is what allows us to transfer that energy in a way that productively exudes the strength we're trying to exude on any given task.
And it keeps our bodies protected from injuries as well.
Absolutely. So today's focus is going to be on the core. We're going to explore a few very functional ways to train the core so we can move forward confidently for whatever challenges may wait ahead. So to begin, let's go ahead and stand. So for core training to be considered functional, we have to be on our feet. A lot of times when we do core strengthening, we tend to get on our backs, on our stomachs, but that's not functional. Functional means your feet are on the ground, there's ground reaction forces. So to do that, we're going to stand, we're going to split our feet, get into a staggered stance that we got into when we were working on our balance. And in this position, we're going to practice chopping down to the back leg, bring our hands up to the forward leg. That diagonal motion is causing tension through the core. Stronger core allow us to not lose force as we move through those motions. Ideally, this is something we can do with resistance bands or weight in our hand to really embody the functional activities that we do on the job.
So to make this more functional for firefighters, I'll grab the Halligan tool, and I'll do the exercise with that so they can see an example of a functional movement.
Beautiful. You use the tool, I'll use my hands. Feet staggered. Again, we're lifting up to the front leg, looking over our shoulder, down to the back leg. Up, down to that back leg. Let's do 3 more of these. The back leg you can follow with your eyes. Just adds another element to the training. Now let's switch our feet. You're chopping down to that back leg, up to the forward leg. Two more. And relax. Let's come back to just a comfortable standing position. Bring your feet in about hip width. So another more challenging functional core exercise is to do a single leg movement where you stand on one leg. If standing on one leg is too challenging from a balance standpoint, you can put your toe down.
Like a kickstand?
Like a kickstand, mimicking that single leg stance. And what we'll do, take your hands, going to reach up over your head, back down, okay? So again, you can do that with weight. You could do it with a resistance band in front of you. So I'll do it with body weight. You'll do it with the Halligan tool, and begin. And I'll show here, single leg. You can see the dynamic. You have to push your hips forward a little more when you're standing on one leg. do one more of these. We'll relax. We'll switch sides. All right, let's do it. And relax. So how does that compare to the traditional core training you're used to?
Well, you definitely, when you add a little bit of weight, you feel really grounded in that core, that you have to focus on it or you'll not maintain your balance.
Absolutely. Again, to be functional, our feet have to be on the ground. Core has to be engaged to allow us to exude the strength that we have in our lower body and upper body to complete the challenge that lie ahead.
Yeah, our whole body is connected.
It really is.